When does yoga really happen to you? Lord Krishna says, not for those who eat too much or who fast a lot. How can meditation happen to you? Yoga happen to you? Who is a yogi? Yukta hara viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmas. Not for one who is working like a workaholic, he can't relax, or not one who is so lazy who keeps lying down the whole day, or one who has balance of activity and rest, one who has done some activity. That's why, even when the meditation courses are happening, there is a little physical activity. Yoga is also part of physical activity, and some seva activities there. There are certain rules that we have to follow till we only breathe through our nose and we eat through only our mouth. So these are physical laws, certain laws that we need to honor. And the law for yoga is moderation in everything, in activity. Not too much eating or no eating at all. People who say, I don't eat at all, they don't get yoga. They can't meditate. They can't be established in the self. There could be one or two cases here and there in the world. That's an exception for the rule. But generally, you have to have balance in your rest and in your activity, in your food habits, with a peaceful mind, not getting entangled in with anybody, any situation, any circumstances. Being a brahmachari means one whose mind is not on the small things but in the Brahman, not sitting and thinking about the lust all the time. Because when you're too free, the mind goes into lust. When you're busy, the mind doesn't go so much into the lust. And take a Vrata means for some time, okay, I want to follow this. Abstaining for some time, saying, okay, next 2 months, 3 months, 1 month, 6 months, 2 years, 6 years, whatever, I abstain from indulgence in pleasures. Because pleasure means mind going outward. Our purpose is to take the mind inward. So, when to take mind inward, if you are engaging yourself in pleasure also, then there is a conflict. How will mind go in? You want to put a brake, but you are giving accelerator. You want to bring the car to a halt. But if you are giving gas and putting the brake, there will be a conflict. When you give the gas, that time you give gas when you have to run. But when you have to stop, that time you just press the brake. You can't do both at the same time. When you want a car to stop, you can't give the gas. So, when you want to go deep in for a period of time, 1 month, 2 months, 1 week, 2 weeks, even 5 days, that's why in the 5-day silence course we say, abstain from all other activity of pleasure and go inward. Afterwards you can do what you want to do. You follow your nature. But when you want the yoga to happen to you at that moment, he says, put your attention on me. Manas sanyamya machitto. Because in your mind there should be only one thing. And keep me in your mind. In many, many different words, he says, just focus on me. Machitta, matparayana. All these words he says, just think about me, work for me, keep me filled in your mind. Because whosoever you think, that person's consciousness or attention will come into your system. If you sit and think about a horrible situation, your nervous system undergoes that horrible situation. If you think about a bad guy, your system starts assuming that bad guy. If you think about someone very pleasant, happy, good, loving, your system becomes like that. Because as is the thought, so does your consciousness start molding. Why you shouldn't hate somebody? Because you gradually become like that person whom you hate. It's not for the other person's sake, for your own sake. You shouldn't hate someone, because when you hate somebody, you are all filled with their thought, themselves in your mind, in your consciousness. So, this is the way to find nirvana